What is up, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are going to be doing a race in Monaco, and this is in practice for like the virtual GP events that are happening this weekend. So the Monaco Grand Prix, Veloce is hosting their own event on the Saturday, which I will be streaming as per usual, and this will be a good opportunity for me to get some practice in if we have a bad race. Or, yeah, well, there will be a reverse grid race, so there will have to be some overtaking at some point. So I want to show you guys that it is possible to overtake at the Monaco Grand Prix. We have Hayden Gullison here and Aetono UK from Veloce Esports, and I'm going to be pairing up against them and some of their open lobby fans, and we're going to see if we can fight our way to the front. I've intentionally disqualified myself from qualifying, starting last, and we're going to see if we can fight our way towards the front in a 25% race. I think this is going to be really fun. I think damage is on reduced, so we can crash out, but the idea is that we won't do that. But let's see if we can fight our way through regardless. 5 red lights, and away we go. For the Monaco Grand Prix, we need to take some early positions here if we want to have a chance at winning this race. Safety car is on, so we'll see. No heroics in the Saint Devot, please. All pretty fine there. Pretty well behaved there for an open lobby of this nature. We're going to play this very tactically if we can. Of course, we do want to get through the field, but we want to get through cleanly. We don't want to have any kind of front wing damage. We're trying to negotiate this Alfa Romeo as we go around the outside into the first sector, and that's a couple of positions taken there for us. We're up on a P14. We've picked our gaps pretty well there. Virtual safety car is deployed as we overtake a Williams and a Toro Rosso at the Fairmont hairpin. But we have to let the Toro Rosso go back through. But it's been an amazing start so far. 7 positions gained on the opening lap. Who says you can't overtake a Monaco? This is, of course, the game, but still, it is bloody difficult nonetheless. We're going to do our best. So VSC deployed. The plan is to be on these soft compound tires. I want to use the softer compound to overtake people, to use the grip that we have to our advantage, and then dive onto the mediums whenever we see fit. We could decide to undercut people, or we could stay out really long and utilize the track space how we see fit. It really is just a dynamic strategy that we've got at this stage. I think we had 2 people going side by side into the pit lane. Another 3 positions for us there in the top 10. Next up is our teammate as the VSC goes away now. Back to green flag running. We nearly run into the back of our teammate in the McLaren, and he actually lets us go back through. So thank you very much. I tip my hat to you, Nivmore 12, and we will progress in this race. A Ferrari getting a bit wayward at Casino Square. Had to completely get out of the jandal to avoid contact. So, yeah, we've made really good progress, and this can allow us to maybe be a little bit more patient with our moves going forward. So, we'll see how we go. We've still got 18, 19 laps of this race left. The last time I did a race of this length at Monaco was the famous simulation damage race, which you guys absolutely love. So let's see if we can recreate. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so sorry to the Haas, but he did brake really, really early. We're going to have to bring up a replay of that. I was going to say, let's see if we can recreate the magic that was that video, the last one of the decade in 2019. But here, it looks like we've got it all wrong. We try to go up the inside of the Ferrari. Look at the gap between me and the next car. Marquez, he just brakes ridiculously early, and there's not much I can do about it at that point. You would think that, yeah, he would go in that a lot faster than what he did, and I had nowhere to go. I couldn't jam on the brakes anymore. I was already locked up and committed to the move. The Ferrari then compounds the issue and spins him out, and I think we get more front wing damage. Possibly. So that's unfortunate. That will have an effect on our car in the Ferrari pits anyway, so it was all for nothing. Really? So, that's frustrating. P7. We go into hyperdrive mode as we now have some clear air, some clear space in front of us. We'll look to move our way through the field if we can. I think we've got Hayden Gullis who spun out in the early stages of this race, but we do have Aetono in front of us, who is someone we will need to overtake. We can see the Williams up ahead losing a bit more of their front wing, so they're going to be pretty slow in the upcoming corners. Regular corner cutting is on. We actually did get a warning there. A regular corner cutting means you can go hell for leather and usually get away with it. A virtual safety car is out again. I'm not too sure what it's for this time. I was actually coming up to do a fastest lap potentially, but the VSC has kind of ruined that prospect. But again, too early to make a pit stop. We're not even in the right part of the track to utilize a pit stop, so we are going to press on with our current strategy. But the Williams in front now going quite slowly. We do have front wing damage, like I touched on earlier. The Williams has more front wing damage, and you would have to say that he's going to dive in. Yes, he does. P5. Oh, this is actually going to be P4 or maybe even P3 for the taking, as we've got a lot of people in the pit lane now. So there we go. We do have front wing damage. I keep touching on the front wing damage and then forget about it, get distracted by something else. But on reduced, I didn't think the front wing damage would be much of an issue, but it's actually proving to be just as much of a time loss as what it is on full or simulation. So it really was costing me time, and it's oh Jesus. Come on, Joe. Why is everyone braking so early into the Novel chicane? It's absolutely ridiculous. We've now knocked off more of our front wing, so now we're going to have to dive it in now for a set of medium tyres, potentially very, very soon. We're going to see if we can get past Aetono first. But, yeah, I was treating this car as if it had no front wing damage, at least in these early laps. I didn't think that reduced damage would have that much of an effect, but it does, and we've knocked off more of our front wing, unfortunately. So we're going to sort that out, possibly at the end of this lap. We're going to get the undercut on Joe, who was really holding us up here, even with our damage. So in we go. Medium tyres. We're going to do the front wing change, which is going to cost us 5 seconds. I've hit the wall again at some point on this lap, so it's now red, but that's fine. Here we go for the front wing change. And, man, this is going to be a welcome addition to the car. Thank you very much. The fastest lap of the Grand Prix is a 12.0. We've only done a 14.3, so the pace has been, well, we've been held up in massive traffic, but we've also got front wing damage, so that's kind of why the pace hasn't been great so far. But now we are fully unleashed in this Grand Prix, and we're going to do the business. Hayden Gullis, a lap down now, and I was listening to them on the stream, because Veloce was streaming this at the time. Hayden was doing his best here to distract me on this lap to help out his Racing Point teammate, because Joe is now going to respond on this lap and see if he can stay ahead of me. So this has to be a qualifying lap here from me. Distracted by Hayden a little bit. We now run into the Novel chicane, where we're going to attack this, and Hayden, yep, just basically ignores that it's there. So that's absolutely wonderful. But yeah, this is going to be really close between myself and Joe. I do believe he's changing his front wing as well. MRL change there, absolutely flying in the 11s. Let's see if we can have any response to that. Again, we're getting distracted by a Renault. Watch as we head into the final corner. I can't even spot the apex. That's how bad the ghosting, that's just how distracting it was. Cost me a bit of time there. And now here comes Joe out of the pit lane. This is going to be very close between myself and the Racing Point driver. He just gets out in front of me, but we do have the momentum though. So let's see if we can get him up the hill as we head into Casino Square. Can we get the inside? No, he blocks. I don't know, he just broke early again. I don't know what Joe's deal is there, but the distraction of not only Hayden, but that Renault, especially at the final corner, cost me a couple of tenths, and that was the difference. If we were just a few tenths in front, we would have been able to get alongside Joe up the hill and get up the inside. But because of that, we've made contact, we've been held behind him again, and we've lost a bit of front wing damage. So it's a bit yellow there on the left-hand end plates, which, again, we continue to be nerfed in this Grand Prix as we go up the inside into the Novel chicane. I even surprised myself there, and Joe kind of cuts the corner to maintain the position, but it wasn't to be. We get the position finally, and now we can set after the top four. The Mercedes, what was it, 12, 13, 14, 15 seconds ahead? So that's the margin that we now have to close in with a slightly damaged car, but you can see we're closing in by a second, sometimes 2 seconds a lap. It's pretty ridiculous. More ghost cars here as we run through Casino Square. There is a big disparity in pace between, say, the front of the field and the midfield and the lower midfield. I guess the pace isn't too bad from these guys. It's just their consistency. They keep crashing, and that's the key to being successful at Monaco, just not crashing and being consistent. Marquez again in the wall. Stick to motorbikes, mate. 6 laps to go, and we really are closing in on the Mercedes. up ahead on hard compound tyres. That is a very interesting strategy call. Maybe they dived it in early to get out of traffic and just run their own race. It's proving to be a decent strategy so far, but this little group that we're catching up to, hello Hayden, is a battle for the lead. We're all kind of converging on each other, and you'll see in the closing laps this will turn into a battle for the win. But yeah, continuing to push the margins. I can't push the car as much as I want to because of the front wing damage. Again, Hayden is trying to distract me. You absolute clown. But we will continue to press on. Watch back as we watch Hayden bin it in the wall. I don't know what he was trying to do there, trying to imitate the corner cutting master. It's obviously gone tits up for him there, and he is out of this race. Unfortunately, no safety car in this race. I was really looking forward to that, to bunch up the field again to get my front wing damage changed, but now we just have to do this on track. And here we are, the fight for the lead. We've got the top 5 separated by literally nothing. You could throw a blanket over all of us. There is a blue flagged Williams in the mix here, which we do have to negotiate, but otherwise this is a straight fight for the win of the Monaco Grand Prix from last place. Dive bomb into the Novo chicane. No, not quite. Mercedes is actually decent at breaking into that corner. It might be one of the only few who can be last of the late breakers into there, but we negotiate past the Williams. This guy is going to be a bit troublesome for us. You'll find out in a minute, because he can ghost through all of us, and look at how slow we're all going. So this Williams, very, very distracting. I wish I was him and I could just ghost through my opponents and run away, but no, we have to do this the old-fashioned way. So let's see what we can muster in the final 3 laps of this Monaco Grand Prix. Let's see if we've got any tyres left. We should be alright. It's just a case of getting through these guys. It's going to be difficult trying to do it in a short amount of time. We go around the outside into Casino Square. It gives us the inside for the right-hander, and that is 200 IQ plays right there. That was the play I saw coming. I knew he would be a little bit understeering and he'd be held up behind the Ferrari, and man, did that work out well for us. The Williams, I'm so envious. Can I just go through these guys and overtake them that way? Please. I would love that. Ferrari is up next. Are we going to do another trademark dive bomb into the Novo chicane, or will we save it for Raskas? No, we're going to go for it now. Up the inside. He has to leave the space. He cuts the corner to maintain position. As Checo would say, Fernando, cut the chicane. You have to give me the position. That's horrible. That's an absolutely horrific rendition of that. But the sentiment holds true. The Ferrari did cut the corner to maintain the position, so that was a bit naughty from him there. But we go again. DRS is open. I'm using automatic ERS because that's what I'll be using on the weekend, so good practice for that. So, yeah, it does take away an overtaking potential. The Alfa Romeo gets a bit wayward there on the exit of turn 1, and now these guys are going to run side by side. I've lost more front wing damage. Thank you very much. Why is everyone braking so early in this Grand Prix? And Alfa Romeo previously had the fastest out of the race. Why is he driving so slowly now? I don't know. The Ferrari as well, to be fair. He's also... Oh, God damn it. I could get out of this car and walk faster than that through the corner. Come on. It's absolutely ridiculous. I think these guys might have some front wing damage, but still. It's absolutely painful. The race leader was at the head of this train, and this squabbling, this battling, has cost us all massively. The Alfa Romeo completely straight lines the Novo chicane. It gets back into P2, frustratingly enough. So here's the replay. I've overtaken this guy. I've worked so hard to get in front of him, and he just goes and makes up his own racetrack. Thank you very much. So we have to overtake him again. And now the Alfa Romeo, he's actually brake checking us. What an actual prick. Get out of the way. 2 spots in one go. But it looks like it's probably going to be P2 in this Monaco Grand Prix. What a shame. It could have been, honestly, it could have been the win. If people weren't...
They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:13.1. You're falling back by around 1.2 seconds a lap. They have a time penalty of 3.0.
3-second time penalty for the race leader, and the Alfa Romeo who cut the corner has just retired and quit straight away. So that's wonderful. Thank you very much for ruining what could have been an amazing
This is
finish.
your final lap.
But it's the last lap of the Grand Prix now. The race leader only has 1 penalty. We need to get within 3 seconds. The gap is currently 6. So yeah, if it wasn't for the Alfa Romeo completely stealing the position back, and so too with the Ferrari who we overtook at this corner, yeah, those 2 positions alone could have, I don't know, we could have had a really good shot at possibly winning this race. But I don't want to end on a sour note. We have gone from last place in this Grand Prix to going to be finishing in P2. So that is no mean feat at Monaco to overtake 19 cars in a 25% race. I will absolutely take that. There we go. It is done. I mean, look at that. My AI driver has actually caught up to the AI driver of the race leader. So there's that. But that is the Monaco Grand Prix. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to see plenty more racing game content. It's good to get some early laps in here at Monaco. I will probably do a bit of practice for this weekend's, not the GP at Monaco. Like I said, 2 25% races, the first of which will be decided by qualifying. The second one will be a reverse grid race, which will be absolutely manic. So join me on Saturday nights for the live stream here on YouTube, and we'll have a good laugh, and we'll see what we can muster. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, I'll see you next time.